Today, I'm sharing some strategy for fluency regarding multiplication two-factor by two-factor. So my equation for today is factor 27 multiplied by factor 14. To start with, I'm going to make an estimation by rounding up factor 27 to 30 and rounding down factor 14 into 10. So I know that 3 multiply 1 will give us 3, and 30 multiply 10 will give us 300 when I'm placing value. So I know that my value will be around 300. So I'm now sharing my concrete pictorial and symbolic representation as well as my mental strategy. Now I'm using the 10 base block to represent factor 27 and factor 14. Factor 27, it's represented by 2 rods and 7 units. And factor 14, it's represented by 1 rod and 4 units. So I'm using the distributive property for multiplication. So I'm multiplying 10 by 10 will give us 100 represented with 1 flat, and another 10 by 10 give us another 100 represented with 1 flat. Then I'm multiplying 10 by 1s, so 10 multiply 7 units will give us 70 represented with 7 rods. And then I'm multiplying 1s by 10s, 4 units multiplied by 1 rod, 4 multiply 10 give us 40, which is represented with the 4 rods. And also I'm multiplying 4 units by 110, so give us another 40. So another 40 here. Lastly, I'm multiplying 1s by 1s, so 4 multiply 7 will give us 28. For simplification, I'm represented with 2 rods for 28 and 8 units. Now I'm using the partial products to count them. So I have here 100 plus 100. And now I can exchange the 8 units and the 2 units here to make us another 100. So 100 plus 70 plus 8 will give us 378. Multiply factor 14 using pictorial representation and the array model. So I'm going to draw this rectangle. So here is 20 and plus 7, and 14 is 10 plus 4. So I'll use the partial product of multiplication to have the results. So here 10 multiply 20 is 200, 10 multiply 7 is 70, 4 multiply 20 is 80, and 4 multiply 7 is 28. Now I'm calculating, so 200 plus 80. I'm going to use the 28 by doing a 100 and here the 70. So we have here 300 plus 70 plus 8, which give us 378. Lastly, I'm going to represent symbolically how to multiply factor 27 by 14. So I'm using algebra notation. So I'm doing 20 plus 7 multiply by the factor 14, which is 10 plus 4. So 20 multiply by 10 plus 20 multiply by 4. plus 7 multiply by 10 plus 7 multiply by 4. So here I have net result 20 multiply 10 is 200 plus 20 multiply 4 is 80 and 7 multiply by 10 is 70 plus 7 multiplied by 4 28. So I'm trying to use some 100 here, so I'm getting the 20 from the 28. So I have here 100, so 200 plus 100 plus 8 plus 70, which give us 300 plus 70 plus 8, which give us the net result of 378. So now I'm using splitting value, so factor 27 multiplied by 14. So I'm splitting factor 14, 27 multiplied by 2, give us 54, and one more double, so 180. Now factor 27 multiplied by 10 will give us 270. When I'm placing that value, 378.